Aaron Judge just called out Aaron Boone, and this is making headlines across the Yankees universe, and it has become a media nightmare ahead of a huge week for the Bronx Bombers. We'll break down everything about these comments and how they are happening at the worst possible time for the New York Yankees. What's going on, guys? Alex Brooks back here on Yankees Digest, giving you guys a daily dose of Yankees content every day of the week. The Yankees are heading into a couple big series against the Rays tonight and against the Boston Red Sox this weekend. Two series that could shape the rest of the season and how the Yankees are shaping out in the wild card. But before we get into this video, if you guys are a part of that 74.4% who aren't subscribed, let's bridge that gap. Let's subscribe, comment down below to join in on this conversation revolving the New York Yankees. We have breaking news. We have any sort of reports that come out. It is right here, the number one destination for Yankees content right here on Yankees Digest. So subscribe, comment down below to keep the conversation going. But getting right into this video, as Aaron Judge and Aaron Boone are making headlines today, and all for the wrong reasons. So earlier today, there was some reports from Aaron Boone. He went on WFAN to have an interview, and he said some comments that, we weren't really expecting. And to look at these comments right here, he said, "I don't think we're going to see Aaron Judge back to throwing like he normally does at any point this year. We're trying to get through where he can let it go with ease and be able to protect himself." So with these comments, I definitely think that Aaron Boone was trying to, he definitely made it known that Aaron Judge was not going to play at any point in the outfield. And this was concerning because, we thought that he was on the trajectory to be able to play the outfield in this Rays series and then be able to be comfortable out there for the Red Sox series, because the Yankees need everyone, all hands on deck. And Aaron Judge fired back to Aaron Boone on these comments in a fierce way. And what he said was right here. "I don't know why he said that. He hasn't seen me throw for the past 2 weeks, so I'm pretty confident I'll get back to 100%. Yikes. That is not good when looking at the relationship that Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge have had over the tenure. Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge have been able to coincide with one another and been able to respect each other at their different places. But today was definitely a little bit more of a breaking point, because Aaron Boone went off the rip and saying that he's not going to be able to be in the outfield, and Aaron Judge firing back quickly and seeming like he was very angry that that was reported. Is just not a good look for the Yankees heading into a big week where this could shape the rest of the season. And I think that, when the captain is getting angry at the manager, that is not a good sign for Aaron Boone and his tenure with the New York Yankees, that the Yankees aren't able to make a serious run in the playoffs. We've seen the rumors all season. Aaron Boone has not been able to make the decisions that can put his team into successful situations, like getting more wins against the Toronto Blue Jays and having a better record against the AL East. So definitely some controversy when looking at Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge, and what Boone had to say regarding that. He just had a little blurb here. "Maybe I overstated that." And yeah, it definitely seems like it was something where Boone might have just been off the rip and saying that, he didn't have as much knowledge on where Aaron Judge was at. But that's your job as a manager. You're supposed to know, especially the captain of the New York Yankees. You're supposed to know where he is at, and you're supposed to not fire a comment that shoots down the confidence of a player. And that is something that just came out for towards Aaron Judge, and it was rightfully so that he was going to come back with those comments. So what do you guys think regarding these comments from Aaron Boone? And what do you guys think regarding just everything that was happening with Aaron Judge and Aaron Boone. Is this a sign for concern, or is this something that is just blown out of proportion? I definitely think that this kind of meets in the middle right here. I definitely think that there is going to be, a little bit of controversy here because it's a big week and all tempers are flaring right now and everybody is going insane regarding these comments. But before we get into more about Aaron Judge and Aaron Boone, just wanted to give a little PSA here about Digest Media. So, have you ever wanted to break into sports media as a writer or content creator? Well, you're in luck because Digest Media, the company that has helped me and Chris bring you these videos every week, has a bunch of openings across 4 major sports in North America to join our growing content team. We're looking for passionate fans, creators, and storytellers who live and breathe sports on a daily basis. So if you want to step into my shoes and talk some sports, head over to digestmedia/join us to apply today. You'll also find the link in the description and pinned in the comments section. We're excited to see what you guys have revolving your own personal sports team and what you can add to Digest Media. But this is definitely a situation for the Yankees that I'm going to touch a little bit more on in this video. And, just looking at Aaron Judge and his stats so far this season, looking at 39 home runs, 333 batting average, 91 RBIs. He's coming off of the IL, and it's taking a little bit more time for him to get used to in the outfield. So he's primarily at DH right now, but it kind of pigeonholes the Yankees lineup because you don't always want Stanton out in the outfield. He's been able to be courteous and be in the outfield spot, but that only goes so far. They've tried out with Jose Caballero during the St. Louis Cardinal season or series, and that definitely helped for the New York Yankees, especially with his production at bat as well as in the defense. But when we're looking at just what Aaron Judge provides with his fielding, I mean, you're looking at 78 in range, 92 in arm value, and 89 in arm strength. And that is one of the best metrics of a fielder in the outfield. And Aaron Judge, it doesn't even say it right here. Obviously, it says range, but his 6'7" 6'7" height really just covers a lot of ground in the outfield, just trying to rob a home run or be able to dive and try to get a sinking fly ball. And having Aaron Judge, a Gold Glover in right field, is something that the Yankees need going down into this playoff push because, when you're looking at comparing stats to Jose Caballero, this is his range 90, but when you're looking at his arm strength, it is at 44, and that's just not going to cut it being out in right field. They're trying different things with Giancarlo Stanton. They're trying, different things, putting Bellinger in the outfield, Grisham, Dominguez. So they're trying to a couple things with Aaron Judge not being able to be the guy in the outfield, but they definitely need Aaron Judge to be back in right field. And, these comments were definitely something that just was out of the blue, and it definitely doesn't help Aaron Boone's case to be the manager moving forward into 2026. But what do you guys think regarding these comments from Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge? Do you think that Aaron Judge needs to be back in this outfield and needs to just get in here and rip the Band-Aid off and be the starting right fielder without any sort of protection? I definitely think he needs to get out there as soon as possible. But that's going to do it for another edition of Yankees Digest. Appreciate all the support you guys are giving on this channel. Enjoy the Rays games this week, and let's go Yankees.